Hi, guys. So I'm here today to speak about this quote. Hopefully, you guys can read it. So it's not the money I'm after, it's the freedom to live life on my own terms. So, in my opinion, that means that you don't want the money just to have the money's sake. It's just to live life how you want to live it. When you choose to do things, how you choose to do it, and that's it. You don't have to be asking permission to do stuff. You don't have to be thinking about you don't have the money to do stuff. You can't do this, you can't do that. So I just want the money to do what I want to do. And I take that, for instance, as work life, working for someone. So when I work for someone, in my opinion, I think that they control life so much that you don't have time to do anything for yourself. It's all about work. It evolves around them. There's no time for yourself, for your kids, for your family, for your friends. No time to be happy. It's just about work. I don't know when is it that these employers are going to realize that work does evolve around them. It's a barter system. We get paid to do services for them, and that's about it. So when you employ me based on my qualifications or my competence for the job, it doesn't mean that you're doing me a favor. No, you're not doing the employees any favor to employ them. You need people to work for you, so you go out and look for people that can do the job to work for you. So when I come to your workplace, don't think that when 4:30 comes, I must be afraid to pick my bag up and leave. No, it doesn't work like that. My work contract is like from 8:30 to 4:30, for instance. I'll be at my desk at 8 o'clock. My PC switched on or my laptop is switched on at 8 o'clock. And then when 4:30 comes, it's time to go home. Don't be looking at me like, oh no, you can't leave. It's just 4:30. Out the door at 4:30. No, I get paid till 4:30. So if I didn't leave your office or the place of work, wherever the place of work is, between 8 and 4:30, when it's not my lunchtime, I don't owe you any hours. I did my shift from 8 o'clock to 4:30, so it's 4:30, it's time to leave. So these bosses need to stop be looking at people like, oh, you're doing wrong. When anybody's scared to be going home at 4:30, no. I'm not scared to go at 4:30. I get paid up to 4:30. So if I take some time out a day for anything I need to do, I will stay and make up my hours. But otherwise, if I'm doing my job between that time, I'm not idling, I'm not on my phone, I'm not doing anything that is not based for work, it's 4:30, it's time to leave. So I don't know when you get in your head. Need to get in your head that this is not the case. You don't need to do me a favor. I think that, oh, I owe you something and I feel guilt to be asking for time off. Or so if you don't want to give me time off, that's fine. I'm not talking about people taking a piss at work. I'm talking about good workers that's working and maybe something comes up and sometimes things comes in three. Because sometimes you have a problem and by 3 times in a row, you have an issue to do something. But they won't remember all the times that you were there for 2 years straight doing a good job. But as soon as you have a problem, they call in the office and say, oh, we need to sit down and talk. No, you didn't remember all the time that when you just started the work, you're doing overtime and you're doing extra time with no pay. No, they don't remember that. They don't remember that you're never late. But the one time you're late or the 3 times you're late, it's a big problem. So, with me now, the case is at my age now, I realize the knowledge I have and things I learn. I don't like working for people because people think that you're begging them something. No, I'm not begging you something. I went to school. I did everything I need to do to get this job. So when I come to the job, I don't want any stress. Just give my work. I do my workload and I have my deadline and I meet deadline. If there's no deadline problem, if I have an issue with the deadline, I'll say it's not realistic. This can't be done this time. Don't expect me to come to work every day for the right time and deadline is not met and it's not my fault. You're thinking I must stay behind work and do the deadline. No, I don't think so. I did everything the right way, but deadline is not realistic. And I think that, oh, you must stay back to work 3 hours because you didn't meet the deadline. If I have a problem with the deadline, I'm going to tell you from beginning, it's not realistic. I cannot meet that deadline. I don't need to stay back to work for nothing, for no free time. Because if I go out for 1 hour, it's no free time. You're going to tell me to make up by that 1 hour. So employers need to know that stop treating people like we're begging you something. We're working for a living and you need us. If you don't have us, you have to do the work yourself. And I don't think you want to do all those dirty work yourself. So another thing I'm going to talk about is society. This thing about, especially in Jamaica where I'm from, oh, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be an accountant, you have to be this office right now. In my days, maybe now it's different, but in my days, that's what they forced us to do. If you want to do anything else, as to how, when I was young, I liked to dance, I like to do choreography, or I like to do my hairs and nails, because I like to do hair and nails as beauty. They would say, oh, that job is your workless, your workless, as they say. If you don't want to do any other job, you're workless. You can never go to your parents and say, oh, I want to go to hair school or nail school. oh, they would have it. You have to go to school and sixth form and all these stuff, which is stressing out all the kids now with all this education stuff. So imagine you go to primary basic school, you learn the basics. Maybe it's nice because you just started in school. Primary school is stressed again. So you have to pass whatever exam they had in my time. Now they have PEP. So now you have to pass PEP. That is a big stress. Then after PEP, you have to go to school and pass CSEC. Then after high school, you go to sixth form and do CAPE. After CAPE, you go to university. After university, you need to do masters in these times where degree is nothing. And then after that, who's going doctorate and who